All right, guys. So I sent out our agenda last night. Hopefully, you've had a chance to look at it. All of you, of course, will get $25 just for being here. And then for participating today, you'll get an additional $25. So hopefully, you saw that show up in your Learning Earnings account last week. Has anybody had a chance to go into the website and start looking around? Yeah.
Mm,
Autumn, tell me a little bit about what you've
No.
seen.
Um, well, there's games,
Yeah.
and there's this one game called Concentration, and you get every dollar you get, then you get paid into your e-bucks.
Right.
And right now I have 350 e-bucks, so
Yay! Have you looked at any of the prizes that you can spend your money on?
yeah.
Cool. What are some of the things that you could buy?
Well, you can hmm, you can.
It's okay. I know there was movie tickets, but I was just interested in like, is there food? Yeah, like real movie tickets. Is there like restaurant things
I think
um,
there's like ice cream.
and there's ice cream? Cool. Okay. So you
I
guys need
haven't
to go in
seen
and check it out.
I haven't seen the prizes yet. I came to learning earnings when it was just starting to get set up. So
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, yeah, now you actually have some money in your account. So go in and check it out and then you could save up your money for something big or you can, spend it as you get it. It's kind of up to you. So, all right. Examples of math in real life. Well, there's one right there. Spending our learning earning bucks on whatever you want. Any other examples in real life that you've come across in this last week? Anything else that pops into your mind? Hmm. You see math every day.
mm,
That's all right. Just remember that we'll talk about that every time that we come to VC. So just, notice things as you go through the week. I mean, it could be something as simple as um, both of the twins ate an extra tub of baby food. So,
wow,
I mean, yeah, I mean, I could add up, the ounces that they ate. Um, so it doubled today, basically.
five 5 ounces.
Well, they actually drink about that much of formula, but those little, tubs of food or whatnot, I'm actually not 100% sure how much is in there, but I know that it doubled today. So that's an example of math. Okay, guys. We'll move on because we have a pretty intense game to play, but we have to do some practice problems first so that you're ready. But first of all, were there any, hard problems that you came across last week when you were doing your assignments? Anything that maybe you wrote down and you needed help on? Because remember, you could always do that and then bring your question to the virtual classroom. And sometimes other kids have the same question you had. So anything come to mind?
I had a question, but I forgot. Well, I don't forgot it, but I don't know how to explain it. It said someone had a fabric of jeans and three shirts or something.
Oh, okay.
It was
So it sounds like it might have been a word problem. So next time that you're working through your math assignment, write it down and make sure that you come to class with it so that we could talk about it later. Because yeah, it's kind of hard to just remember something right off the top of your head. So hi, Nicholas. Thanks for joining us. It looks like he's maybe on his phone or something. Pretty cool.
Looks like you're outside in the snow.
Yeah. Interesting. All right. Well, good to see you, Nicholas. Okay, guys, so we are going to do a couple practice problems covering some of the things that you did last week, like multiplying decimal patterns, estimating and multiplying with decimals, multiplying whole numbers by decimals, and multiplying decimals by decimals. So those are some of the things that you've been covering. And then here are your previews to things that you're going to see in the upcoming week. We're going to be working more with algebraic expressions and solving some of those algebraic equations. So pretty fun stuff. We'll get started. And so make sure you have your pencil ready. And then we have a Jeopardy game. Woohoo! Yay! All right. Very exciting stuff, I know. Okay, so let's go ahead. And I'm going to go to one of my favorite sites. And we're going to start by multiplying a decimal by a power of 10. And before we do those practice problems, I just want to kind of review something for you that you've probably noticed, but maybe you just never put it into words. Okay, here we go. Working with the pen again. There we go. Okay. So there's a number with obviously a decimal in it, 32.5, and I'm going to say times 10 or times 100 or times 1,000, and I can just keep going and going. But I want you to notice something. When you come up with your answer, look at the number of zeros in the problem. So let's just look at this first problem. 32.5 times 10. How many zeros are there? Just one. So that's how many places you're going to move your decimal point. One place. See, it just moved one place, and your answer becomes 325. Now look at the next problem. I'll rewrite it. 32.5 times 100. How many zeros are there in the problem? 2. So how many places will I move my decimal point?
2.
2. Yeah, exactly. And you're probably thinking, well, there's nothing here. Well, you just add a 0. See? Move it once, move it twice. And what do you know? Your answer is 3,250. Give me a thumbs up if that makes sense. Yeah, it's pretty simple. I mean, you just count the number of zeros in the problem, and that's how many times you move your decimal. And if there's no number here, you just add the 0 and, well, it works. There's 3 zeros. I'm going to move the decimal 3 times. 1, 2, 3. So my answer becomes 32,500. Wow, that's really sloppy, but you get the point. Okay, so now that you kind of have a little bit of background knowledge there, it is time for you to do some practice. So here we go. Now, probably since there's only 4 of us, it'll be easiest if you just, and I can see all of you, if you just raise your hand if you have the answer instead of using the chat, because it'll go a little quicker this way. Okay, here we go. Your first problem. 100 times 0.3. How many times will, okay, Nicholas, go ahead.
30.
Okay, let's see. That's right. And maybe it looked a little weird to you because of how it was set up. But all Nicholas really did in his head was he just changed the problem to the same way I just showed you, and it was 0.3 times 100, and he moved his decimal point 2 times because there were 2 zeros. So 1, 2, and his answer became 30. Okay? All right, here we go. Next one. Okay, sorry. I guess they wanted me to do it again. There we go. 100 times 0.33. Okay, Nicholas, go ahead.
33.
33, that's right. Just notice, guys, I mean, he did this in his head. There's 2 zeros, so he moved his decimal point 2 places. And he just saw, well, there's once and there's twice, and so 33. There you go. So you don't even really need to write these down. 10 times 0.8.
8.
That's right, Lucas. Terrific. You guys are getting the hang of this. This is pretty easy stuff. 10 times 0.25. Move your decimal place 1 time. Bradley, what's the answer?
2.
Yep, you kind of count out, or you kind of cut out there, but I know that you said 2.5. I was kind of reading your lips there. Good. 0.5 times 100. Move your decimal point 2 times. Autumn.
50.
That's right. Okay, you guys have got it. Oh, well, let's just do a slightly harder one. 1,000 times 0.2. Move your decimal point 3 times. Bradley.
300. 200.
200. Okay, yeah. There you go. Perfect. Okay, so that skill will definitely show up in our game, but I think we got it. So let's just kind of review our next topic, which was estimating with decimals. So that means you have to kind of round the numbers first and then multiply. So let's go to it. There we go. Okay. So let's just do this problem together first, and then we'll, set you guys out on your own. 57 times 4.7. It says round to the greatest place value, and then multiply. So basically, we have to round up. So looking at 57, stupid pen. Sorry. Okay. There we go. Looking at 57 times 4.7, the greatest place value, well, here's the greatest place value, and I know that is closer to 60 than it is to 50, so I'm going to round it to 60. And here's the greatest place value. We only have numbers in the ones, and so I know that 4.7 is closer to 5 than it is to 4, right? So I'm going to round it to 60 times 5. And what do you get, Nicholas?
300.
That's right. Nicholas did that in his head really quickly because look, this problem, uh-oh, I hear somebody with some background noise there. This problem is basically 6 times 5, which is 30, and then he just added that extra 0 to make it 300. Okay, so I mean, just do the easy problem first, the 6 times 5 part, and then go back and add your 0. Okay, so whoops, there we go. And let's go ahead and move on. Now you guys can do it. 4 and 31/100ths, or 4.31, times 87. I'll help you with this one a little bit. 4.31 is closer to 4, so round that to 4. 87 is closer to 90, so it should be 4 times 90. Autumn.
360.
Well, let's see. That's right. Good job. 227 times 7.08. Okay, now The greatest place value is the hundredths position. Is this closer to 200 or is it closer to 300? Everyone.
200.
That's right. So this becomes 200 times what, Bradley?
7.
Yeah, that's right. 200 times 7. And what do you come up with 200 times 7?
14,000.
14,000 or 1,400?
1,400, sorry.
That's okay. Perfect. All right, let's do one more. This one's a little easier. 9.2. That's closer to 9. So you're going to round that to 9. 9 times 40.
40.
Nicholas.
360.
That's right. Good. How you feeling about that, Lucas?
Kind of hard, easy.
Okay. Well, let's just talk through one more. Let's let Lucas do this one for us. Lucas, is 53 closer to 50 or 60?
It's closer to 50.
That's right. So we're going to round 53 to 50. Now 50 times 2.15. Is that closer to 2 or is it closer to 3?
It's closer to 3.
Actually, I think it's a little closer to 2 because this number is only a 1. If it were a 5 or a 6 or a 7 or an 8 or a 9, it would be closer to 3. So why don't we round it to 50 times 2? And what do you come up with, Lucas?
We come up with 100.
That's right. Perfect. You got it. How you guys feeling with estimating products? Pretty easy? Okay. Yeah, I mean, you just have to look at the number and say, well, is 79 closer to 70 or 80? Well, it's closer to 80. Is 5 and 11 tenths closer to 5 or 6? Well, looking at this one, I know it's closer to just a plain old 5. So 80 times 5, 400. That was our last one for this skill. Okay. Moving back to, okay, we've got a little bit of practice with these two, multiplying whole numbers by decimals. We'll work on that, and then you guys will be ready. Okay. And we are going to go sorry, there's a ton of different things. I have to scroll down and find it. Here we go. Multiplying a decimal by a whole number. We'll do this first one together, and then you'll be kind of on your own. Now, looking at this, it really, I don't think that writing it horizontally like this is maybe as easy as writing it the other way. So I'm going to rewrite that problem. What was it? 0.8 times 77. Okay. Now you've probably noticed this, but when you look at a problem, you need to notice how many digits come after the decimal in the problem. There's only one, right? There are no digits after a decimal in this number, and there's only one digit after the decimal in this number. So guess how many digits are going to be after the decimal in your answer? Uh-oh. Somebody's somebody has some dogs? Okay. In your answer, there's only going to be one digit after the decimal. So just notice that when you're looking at your problems. Okay, so here we go. Let's just do it, and then we'll worry about where to put the decimal later. What is 8 times 7? Anyone? Nicholas.
56.
Okay. And again, 8 times 7 is 56. What's 56 plus 5? Go ahead, Nicholas. It's your problem.
61.
Okay. Now, where do I place my decimal in my answer? Bradley.
The uh
Between the 1 and the 6, right there, right? Because look, guys, in my problem, there's 1 digit after the decimal. So in my answer, there's 1 digit after the decimal. That's just a really simple way of knowing where to put your decimal point. Okay? Did that make sense? Okay. All right, well then you guys get to practice the next one. So hopefully you have some paper because you'll probably have to write this down. All right, 61.6. Okay, moving on. Here we go. Next problem. 88 times 0.2. Go for it. Okay, I got one person ready. Okay, Bradley's ready. Okay, Autumn, how are you feeling? Okay. All right, Nicholas, do you want to walk us through this one? Okay, go for it.
Okay, first I did 8 times 2, which is 16, and then
Right.
I carried the 1 above the other 8,
Yep.
and then put a 6 down below,
Right.
and then I did 2 times 8 again, plus the 1 is 17, so it's 17.6, because
Uh-huh.
you put the decimal right after the 6.
I think it's actually before the 6. Yeah, you were right, 17.6. Oh, wow. This sounds pretty exciting wherever you're at there. But yeah, notice that there is one decimal
I'm at a
place.
speech.
Oh, fun. Okay. Well, there's 1 digit after the decimal in the problem, and so there's 1 digit after the decimal in your answer. That's right. Okay, another problem. 5.1 times 76. Go ahead and write it down. Ah, that was bad. Okay, we're working away. Okay, when you have an answer, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Cool, all right.
I have to do it in my head.
Okay, yeah, I understand. All right, Autumn, why don't you walk us through this one?
Okay, I did 6 times 1 equals 6,
Right,
and then 6 times 5 equals 30,
that's right.
but then I had to add,
Your place value holder, and then you had to go over here, right?
yeah,
And do 7 times 1, which is what?
7,
Okay. And then 7 times 5.
is 35.
Good. And then we'll add it all up. What's 6 plus 0?
6.
Good. What's 0 plus 7?
7.
Okay. 3 plus 5?
8.
And then you just drop the 3 down. Okay, Autumn, and where do I put my decimal point?
You put it between the...
Look at how many digits are after the decimal in the problem. 1. So how many digits are after the decimal in the answer?
Right there, between the 7 and the 6.
That's right, 387.6. So let's make sure we're right. You got it. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, we are going to preview something that's going to come up in your upcoming lessons, but it's going to be, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. It's going to be in your game here in just a minute, so I want you to be kind of aware of what it is. It's challenging, but it's fun. So algebraic expressions. When I talk about any number, I can assign a letter, like X. X can stand for any number in the world, any number I want it to be. Or I don't have to use X. I mean, I can use the letter N if I like N better. I can use the letter B, and B can stand for any number in the world. Now, if I were to tell you some number plus 15, how would I write that? I would say some number, and I'm just going to say X plus 15. That's how I would write the equation. Okay, so like when you have to write an algebraic equation, that's what I would say. What if I said some number minus 20? Well, maybe I want it to be a B minus 20. That's how I would write the equation. Okay, now I can assign any value that I want to B or X. So what if I told you that X equaled 2? I would just find my X and come over here and make it a 2. So what's 2 plus 15?
17.
17. Yeah, so I just solved the algebraic equation. Sometimes they'll tell you what they want X or B or whatever to equal. Sometimes they won't. But let's just do a couple more practice problems with multiplication and division. What if I said some number, so I'm just going to say C, times 10? I could write it like that. Now, what if I told you C equaled 5? What would be the answer?
50.
That's right. Pretty simple stuff. So hopefully that's not too confusing for you, but this is algebra when you start assigning X's or N's or B's to stand for a different value. Okay? Alrighty, so not too bad. And then you're also going to be looking at something called division patterns, and you just worked with multiplication patterns, so it's probably not too hard. Let me just show you an example. 15 divided by 3, what does that equal?
5.
5. Good. What if I just simply added a 0 and I said 150 divided by 3?
50.
That's right. Notice there's 1 0 in the problem, 1 0 in my answer. Now if I took it a step further and I said 1500 divided by 3.
100. 500.
500. Exactly. 2 zeros, 2 zeros. Pretty easy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought so. Okay, so I think we're ready to play our game. Nicholas, you're going to be extra challenged because you are going to be doing a lot of this mentally, but you are a rock star and I think you can handle it. Okay, here we go. And take it away. Number of teams. There are 4 of you. So in order to buzz in, I'm just going to have to watch my webcam pretty closely, and you're just going to raise your hand when you want me to buzz in for you. Okay, so team 1, I'm just going to assign you which team you are. Team 1 is going to be Lucas. Team 2 is going to be Bradley. Team 3 is Autumn. And team 4 is Nicholas. Okay, are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's see. There was something that said full screen. That would have been kind of nice. Huh. Now it went away. Well, just know that there is a 500 points category as well. You just might not be able to see it. Okay, here we go. Here's your different categories. We have decimal patterns, estimating products with decimals, multiplying decimals by whole numbers, all the things we practiced this morning, and multiplying decimals by decimals. Ooh, actually, we didn't do that one, but I think we'll be okay. And then the challenge, which is our algebraic stuff that I was just showing you, basically. So let's see, coin toss. Who's going to go first? Bradley, you get to choose the first category.
Estimating products with decimals 100.
Okay. Round to the largest place value and then multiply. Okay, Nicholas, I'll buzz in for you first, but let's let everybody just have a chance. Okay, all right, and I'm going to help you with this one a little bit because it's only worth 100 points. Hopefully you rounded 47 up to 50 and 8.3 to 8. And Nicholas, what is the correct answer? Oh, make sure you turn on your microphone for
40.
You think just 40?
There's still filling people in here.
No, 400.
400. That's right. Okay. All right, Nicholas, choose the next problem.
Challenge 500.
Okay. Oh, okay. All righty. Challenge for 500. How do I write a number divided by 25? Any number. Remember those algebraic equations I just told you about? Let's take Autumn.
5?
Well, I didn't tell you what the number is, right? So Nicholas, why don't you buzz in for us?
X could be 100 and you divide it by 25.
Okay, so you're partially right. Basically, all I'm asking you to write is x divided by 25.
Yeah.
Or
it's 400.
Yeah.
Yeah, X would equal 100.
Okay, well, and I didn't even tell you what x or n or b or c equaled, so you even took it a step further and solved it. I'm just asking for the equation.
Oh, well, it would equal 4 if X was 100.
Okay, all right. Let's continue. Let's let Lucas pick one.
Let's see here. Let's try decimal patterns 200.
Okay. What is the product or answer of 74.98 times 10? Bradley.
Oh, 750.
Oh, well, you rounded it. What if I wanted the exact answer? Just move your decimal place one spot, and what would I have?
Um, you would have um, seven,
749.8, right?
yes.
749.8? Yeah. Well, I'm going to give you the points because you actually rounded it, and that's fine too. Um, but yes, 749.8. Okay, Bradley, pick a question for us.
Let's go x decimals by whole numbers. Times, sorry.
That's okay for 100. Okay. Wow, all right. 2.5 times 38. You might have to write this one down. 2.5 times 38. Autumn. Okay, buzzing in for Autumn.
Okay, I got the answer 95.0.
Okay, well, let's take a look.
Well,
95.0 or just 95. Perfect. You got it, Autumn. Okay, oops, continue. Go ahead and pick a question for us.
okay, decimal patterns 500.
Okay, decimal patterns for 500. Wow, what is the product or answer of 234.89934 times 10,000? Okay, Nicholas, he's buzzing in. Go ahead.
Um, it is 23,489.934.
Okay, and Nicholas, how did you do that?
I just uh I put the decimal 4 times backwards.
That's right. He knew that there were four zeros in 10,000, so he moved his decimal point four places. One, two, three, four.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, so you were a little off, but that's okay. You're doing it in your head. But give me a thumbs up, guys, if you saw that, how we moved the decimal place four places because there were four zeros. Good. Okay, so it would have actually been 2,348,999.4. But that was worth $500. That was hard. Okay, Nicholas, pick a question for us.
Challenge 400.
Challenge 400. He likes these. How do I write an equation, any number divided by 13? Any number. Autumn.
X divided by 13
Yes!
equals.
That's it. That's all you have to do. That's it. X or N or whatever, any letter that you want to use, I don't care. N divided by 13. There you go. And there is no division sign, but I'm hoping that you guys understand that that means divide.
Equal division.
Yeah, it does. It does. Okay. Very good, Autumn. Autumn, pick a question.
Um, challenge 300.
Okay. 8 times any number? Bradley.
Z times 8.
Yeah. 8 times X, or whatever letter you want to do, or 8 times N, or 8 times C. Oh, Nicholas is pretty loud there. There you go. So yes, 8 times any number. And when you see them butted up against each other like this, that means multiply. So you could write it like this, or you can write it like this, and it means the same thing. Okay, going on. Bradley, pick a question. Oh, I don't know if your microphone's on, Bradley, so I didn't hear which one you wanted. Yeah, I don't think it is. I don't think your microphone's on. So give me a thumbs up if you want
Yeah.
decimal.
Challenge 200.
Oh, okay. This one? This one? This one? Oh, challenge. Okay, sorry. Any number decreased by 7.
N.
Okay, Lucas, we're going to run with that. N minus 7. Or X minus 7. Or C minus 7. Or whatever number you wanted. Minus 7. Good. Okay, Lucas, pick a question.
I'll have estimating products 300.
Okay, so estimating products. So we're going to be rounding, and then we're going to multiply. Round to the largest place value, and then multiply 633 times 5.6. So round it up, and then multiply. Bradley!
3,600.
Okay, 3,600. Let's check it out. He's correct. Bradley, give us just a quick demonstration on how you did that.
What I did is I rounded 633 600 and 5.6 to 6, and then I just went 6 times 6 and then put the 2 zeros behind it.
That's exactly right, Bradley. So he rounded it to 600 times 6. Very good. Okay, Bradley, pick a question.
Estimating decimals 400.
Okay. Round to the largest place value and then multiply. 789 times 8.7. Woo! Looks like we had a little bit of a three-way tie there. Let's take Autumn.
I got 700. So sorry, 7,200.
7,200. She is correct. Autumn, she rounded up to 800, so 800 times 9, because she rounded 8.7 up to 9. And yes, 7,200. Okay, Autumn, choose a question.
Do you have any 500s?
Oh, I do. Yes, I do. The only one that's gone is the challenge 500.
Okay. Decimal patterns 500.
Okay, decimal patterns for 500. What is the product of 2.34? Oh, we've seen this one before. Times 10,000. Nicholas.
It's 2,348,993.4.
He's correct. Good job. How funny. I guess I put that in there twice, but that's okay. Nicholas, go ahead and choose a question. Oh, we didn't hear which one you wanted, Nick.
Estimating products with decimals 500.
Okay, here we go. Round to the largest place value and then multiply. 2,345 times 4.33. Bradley.
Oh, it is 4,000.
4,000. And Bradley rounded this to 2,000 times 4. And let's see. 8,000. Because look, we have 2,000 times 4. So it's basically 2 times 4 is 8. And then add your zeros for 8,000. Did you see that? That's okay. Alrighty, Bradley. Choose another one, Bradley.
Estimating product, estimating products with decimals 200.
Okay. Round to the largest place value and then multiply. Autumn.
200. No, sorry, I keep doing that. 2,800.
2,800. Let's see. That's right, Autumn. And Autumn, what did you do?
I rounded 369 to 400.
Yep.
And then I rounded 6.9 to 7
That's right.
and got 2,800.
Perfect. Okay, good job. All right, Autumn, choose one for us.
Okay, challenge 100.
Okay. 15 more than a number. Nicholas, how would I write that? Oh, we didn't hear you.
N plus 15.
Okay, let's see. Yes, n plus 15 or x plus 15 or whatever plus 15. Very good. Okay, Nicholas, pick a question.
What are the 500s?
Okay, we have estimating products with decimals for 500 or multiplying by whole numbers or challenging decimals by decimals.
Estimating products with decimals 500.
Okay. Round to the largest place value and then multiply. Oh, we've seen this one. So, Lucas, we've seen this one before. I'm going to buzz in for you, and you're going to help me with it. So, Lucas, is 2,345 closer to 2,000 or 3,000? Look at this 3. Is that a 5 or greater? No.
No.
So you're going to round it down to 2,000. And then
Okay.
4.33, is that closer to 4 or 5?
That is closer to 4.
4, right. So 2,000 times 4. What's 2 times 4?
8.
And then you add your zeros and you come up with 8,000. Good job, Lucas.
Thank you.
Pick a question for us.
Is there any more of the estimating products with decimals?
Nope, we're done with that category.
Decimal patterns 100.
Okay. The product of 32.5 times 10. Oh, Nicholas, you're so fast. What is it?
325.
You're correct. Good job. Okay, Nicholas, pick a question.
Decimal patterns 400.
Okay. The product of 45.75 or 7654. Autumn.
It's just 45 million. No, wait, sorry. Yeah. 45,706,7654. There's just no decimal in it.
Actually, there will be one decimal because I'm only going to move my decimal how many times? 3
4,
times.
so it's at the very end. Oh, 3 times, sorry, so it's right there in between the 5 and the 4.
That's right. See, there were 3 zeros, so we moved it 3 times. And that's right. I think I'll give it to you because you talked your way through it. So, all right. Go ahead, Autumn.
Okay, times decimal by decimals. 100.
Oh, all right. We're going to get crazy. What's point 0.8 times point 0.2? Nicholas.
60.
0.6.
Point 0.6 or point 0.1?
1.6.
0.16, right? Because look, in my product, or I'm sorry, in my problem, there's 1 digit, 2 digits after the decimal. So in my answer, there are 2 digits after the decimal. Does that make sense? Here's 1 digit after the decimal. Here's another. So then,
I get it.
yeah, okay, that's okay. Let's do another one. Or you go ahead and pick. What do you want? Which one do you
Decimal
want?
pattern 300.
Okay. This one? Multiplying decimals for 500?
Decimal pattern.
Oh, decimal patterns. Okay, got it. What is the product of... You guys are so fast. All right, Autumn, go for it.
So the decimal is in between the 9 and the 8.
Okay, so I'm going to move it 2 times because there were 2 zeros. And read that number for me.
56,789.8.
That's right. Or 8/10. Very good.
8 tenths, yeah.
Very cool. All right, Autumn, go for it. Pick.
Times decimal by decimal 200.
Ooh, all right. Okay, 0.5 times 0.1. Bradley.
0.5.
Well, there are 2 digits after the decimal in the problem, so there should be 2 digits after the decimal in the answer. We'll talk about this more next week. But so it'd be 0.5. Okay? So that's just a really easy way to look at it. Like, here's 1 digit after the decimal. Here's another digit after the decimal. That's 2. So in my answer, there has to be 2 digits after the decimal. And that's okay. Go ahead and pick our last problem for us. Which one do you want, Bradley?
Oh, multiplying decimals 500.
Okay. All right. By whole numbers or decimals by decimals?
Decimals by decimals.
Ooh, all right. Challenging. Whoa. 0.786 times 0.22. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits after the decimal. So, hey, Dakota, you're a little early, by the way. You're not till 9:45, buddy. Yep, you're going to probably have to write this one down, guys. Yeah.
This one's hard.
Yes, it is. This one's challenging. That's why it's worth $500.
And I have to do it mentally.
Yes. Autumn, go for it.
Okay, 0.17292.
Let's see. 0.17292. That's exactly right. Yay, Autumn! All right, guys, and we will play this a little bit more in coming weeks. I might change the problems a little bit, but you guys all earned your earning bucks today. You did fantastic. There's an example of math in real life again. We had, well, you know what, though? You guys were all winners. I don't even know what the score was. You all did good. So this has been super fun. Don't hesitate to, remember to write down any hard problems that you come across as you're working this coming week. But I think you guys will be all set for your algebraic expressions and division patterns. So good luck to you, and I will see you next week.
Okay.
All right, bye. Bye, guys.